Students, last time we have studied ionic equilibria topic. Today we are going to revise the topic and then we are going to move to the numerical part. So in this topic, the first part which is important is what is an electrolyte. So electrolyte we have seen, if there is an electrolyte AB, when it dissociates into ions A plus and B minus, that time we say that this dissociation process makes it an electrolyte. So electrolytes, on the basis of degree of ionization, they are of different types, and on the basis of solute characteristic, they are of different types. So on the basis of degree of ionization, they are classified as strong electrolyte, which completely ionize into a medium, and they are good conductors in solution. They have high degree of ionization. So alpha is equal to 1, which approaches 1. So degree of ionization का मतलब है how much when you put them in aqueous solution, how much do they ionize, that is degree of ionization. There are weak electrolytes which are partially they ionize a polar medium. They are poor conductors and the degree of ionization is less than 1. Example is acetic acid. So here for degree of ionization for strong electrolyte which completely dissociate is alpha is less than 1, it tends to unity, and when it is weak electrolyte it is less than 1. Then depending upon the solid characteristics, the electrolytes are classified as true electrolytes. True electrolytes means ionic conductors in pure liquid. When we add any substance into water, that time it becomes a conductor. जैसे NaCl in solid state C, partial electrolyte, potential electrolyte मतलब क्या? No electricity is conducted in pure liquid state. So though we put them in water, they will not conduct electricity. Such type of substances are known as potential electrolyte. When you add them in water, they do not conduct electricity, but there are some electrolytes when you put them into water they start conducting electricity. So let's see the next part now. Acids, bases and salts, different concept. So first was Arrhenius concept. Arrhenius concept, according to this concept, H plus donor. So when H plus is given, that time we say that it is an acid. When OH minus is given, OH minus donor, when a substance donate OH minus ion, then we say that it is a base. Depending upon this, there are different types of acid. Monobasic acid, which gives single H plus ion per molecule. Dibasic, which gives 2 H plus ion per molecule. Tribasic, which gives 3 H plus ion per molecule. So this is Arrhenius concepts of acids and bases, which we have seen that H plus donor is an acid and OH minus donor is a base. The next concept was given by Bronsted and Lowry. So acid, it is depending upon the H plus ion concentration, H plus donor, H plus acceptor. So acid, when it gives, so H plus, when H plus is donated, it is a base. So H plus donor is a base and H plus acceptor is an H plus donor is an acid and H plus acceptor is a base. So when H plus is donated by some substance, it is known as an acid according to Bronsted and Lowry theory. And when H plus is accepted, then it is known as a base according to Bronsted and Lowry concept. Now here comes the concept of acid base, conjugate acid base. So you can see an example, HCl plus H2O. Here HCl donates a H plus ion to a base. So this acid, when it gives this H plus ion, it forms a conjugate base. So H plus ion, जो acid H plus दे देता है, वो conjugate base हो जाता है, and the base which accepts the H plus from that acid, it becomes conjugate acid. So here H plus donor is an acid, HCl is an acid because it gives H plus to H2O, and here this base takes this H plus ion H2O to form H3O plus, therefore it is the conjugate acid base pair. So this HCl acid gives conjugate base Cl minus, and this base H2O which takes this H plus, it forms conjugate acid. So these are the conjugate acid base pair. So you can see acid gives H plus, it forms conjugate base, and base, it takes H plus ion, it forms conjugate acid. Remember this. Acid forms conjugate base, base forms conjugate acid. Okay, acid gives H plus to form conjugate base, base takes H plus to form conjugate acid. Remember this concept very nicely because it is going to help you to solve the problem sums, as well as it is very important from the point of view of your entrance exams. The next part is strength of acid. This strength of acid is inversely proportional to the strength of conjugate base. Okay, so HCl, it gives Cl minus, which is a weak base. Okay, so HCl is a strong acid, but this is it is a weak base. CH3COH, it is weak acid. It gives CH3CO minus, that is conjugate base, which is a strong conjugate base. When this conjugate base, it reacts with water, it undergoes hydrolysis. Okay, when it reacts with water, it undergoes hydrolysis. Now next is properties of water. We have seen that water has an amphoteric nature. Amphoteric nature means it behaves as an acid, it behaves as a base. So if you see here H2O, this H2O and this H2O, when they react, so one H2O gives H plus, so this gives H plus, which forms H3O plus, and it forms OH minus. So here one is giving H plus, so H plus donor according to Arrhenius theory is it forms an acid, and this H plus this H2O takes this H plus, therefore it forms a base. So the H2O can act as an acid as well as a base. Ionic product of water. H2O, when it dissociates according to Arrhenius theory, it gives H plus and OH minus. Ionic product of water is defined as, so K dissociation कैसे लिखेंगे इसका? We have seen the concentration of H plus, concentration of OH minus divided by concentration of H2O. This value is 55.55 moles per liter. This is fixed value. So Kw comes out to be K dissociation. K dissociation मतलब ये. K dissociation is this into 55.55. So Kw comes out to be H plus into OH minus, which is equal to 10 raised to minus 14 at 25 degrees Celsius. So Kw depends on temperature. If temperature increases, Kw, ionic product of water, will also increase and pH will decrease. This is only for pure water which is neutral. Okay, only pure water which is neutral. So Kw is equal to H plus into OH minus, which is always equal to 10 raised to minus 14, which is the ionic product of water. Kw is known as ionic product of water. So there are different amphoteric compounds, examples which gives H plus and accepts H plus. So they can give H plus and they can accept H plus. Like water is there, ammonia is there, H2PO4 minus, HCO3 minus, HSO4 minus. All these are the examples of amphoteric compounds or amphoteric ions, you can say, which can give H plus and which can take H plus. Let's move to the next part now. Then we have seen the pH scale, that 0 is acidic. When you go from 0 to 7, it becomes less acidic. 7 to 14, it moves to the alkaline basic part, and 14 is more basic. So 7 is neutral, 0 on this side of 7, it is acidic, and on this side of 7, it is 14 side, it is basic. Then we have seen the formulas how to calculate pH of strong acid. pH calculation, pH is equal to minus log of H plus ion concentration, or pH equals to log of 1 upon H plus ion concentration, or pH equals to minus log of H3O plus ion concentration. So this way we can calculate the pH. pOH is equal to minus log of OH ion concentration, or it's also equal to log of 1 upon OH minus ion concentration. So this way we can calculate the pH. The next is Ostwald's dilution law. Ostwald's dilution law is applicable only for weak electrolytes. If this is a weak electrolyte, A plus and B minus, which is dissolved in water, if alpha is where alpha degree of dissociation is very less than 1. So AB equals to A plus B minus, which the initial concentration is C. Here it is for initial concentration. जब हम पानी में डालते हैं, when you dissolve, here A plus B minus will be 0. When you dissolve in water at equilibrium, the concentration will be C into 1 minus alpha, C alpha, C alpha. When you rearrange this, it will be C square. So C square into alpha square divided by C into 1 minus alpha. This will get cancelled. Therefore, it remains Ka. Dissociation constant for weak acid will be C into alpha square into 1 upon 1 minus alpha. There are three conditions. This K equilibrium will be equal to C alpha square when alpha is very less than 0.1. K equilibrium will be equal to C into alpha square upon 1 minus alpha when alpha is greater than 0.1. And when alpha is greater than 0.2, this equilibrium constant, the Ostwald's dilution law, is not at all applicable. So remember, Ostwald's dilution law is only applicable when alpha is less than 0.1 or greater than 0.1. But when it is greater than 0.2, then this Ostwald's dilution law is not at all applicable. Same this Ostwald's dilution law is for weak base. So Kb equals to C into alpha square upon 1 minus alpha, and then we can find out the Ostwald's dilution law applicability for the weak base. Okay, where K, here it is Ka, there it will be Kb. So remember these points. Now let's move to the numerical part of the lesson.